Hello, I'm Danny Beasy, and here's my slideshow presentation. Today I will be talking about databases. Now, here's my overview. Today in my slideshow presentation, I'm going to discuss about the types of databases, what a database exactly is and what it does, and the advantages for databases in the working and business world. Before I get started, I'd like to point out my thesis statement. Uh, Database systems play a significant role in how businesses store, obtain, and distribute information. Now, what exactly is a database? Well, here's the basic definition. A database is a computer-structured, organized collection of data that businesses use to collect data, protect data, deliver data, and save data. So, what exactly do they do? Databases' strong security profile protects data, uh, which is good because it prevents hackers from getting a hold of data and anybody that doesn't have permission of uh, access to a specific database. So it does not allow them to retain any information from a database or grant access to it. Anyway, so all data is organized prominently and can be easily obtained. All data is also saved on a specific storage unit electronically. And because the data is saved in a specific storage unit on a computer, it can be easily obtained and delivered to different databases, which makes delivering different data to coworkers or other companies very simple and easy. So the 5 types of databases I'll be discussing today include the text database, the desktop database, the NoSQL and object-oriented database, and the distributed database, and also the relational database management system. Sorry about that. The easiest and most basic database used today is the text database. It automatically saves your work on a file on your computer to the computer's hard drive. An example of this would be if you made a Word document on your Mac or Dell computer, it would be simply placed under the documents file either on your desktop and on your hard drive. And it simply breaks down data and places it into specific categories. Here's the desktop database. It is a lot more complex than the text database in the previous slide. It is primarily used for simply one person using a computer at a time. And a good example of a desktop database would be a Microsoft Excel worksheet. Comparing it to Microsoft Word, like Microsoft Word, database system for that would be like Microsoft Word would be a text database example, and obviously, if you compare Microsoft Excel spreadsheet and Microsoft Word worksheet just by looking at them, you'd have a lot more trouble controlling a Microsoft Excel worksheet, and also just comparing to Excel is spreadsheet is a lot more complex and difficult to use. Now, here is the relational database management system. It is the most commonly used database system today in the working world. It allows thousands of people to work on a database at the same time, which speeds up production, also makes production a lot more efficient for a company. This database system is primarily used for informational technology companies as well. Now here's the NoSQL and object-oriented database. Both of these databases are incredibly technologically advanced. They are both prized as the most innovative databases up to date. Instead of organizing data in a common and simple way like on a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, these databases use a more complex method of organizing their data on something called bookshelves, which are a lot more advanced than just organizing data into columns on a spreadsheet. These databases have mechanical assistances that are standing by to help narrow down the specific data that is stored in the bookshelves, which is very helpful for people obtaining the information from the bookshelves. The next is the distributed database. This database includes many different locations of a company feeding information to one database. This allows companies that are fairly large and nationwide to connect all their locations, data, and information into one universal network instead of having one database at every location. And here's normalization. Normalization is specifically a business type database. In the database, you must store the first name of the specific subject and the last name of the specific subject into different categories. Normalization minimizes data redundancy, in other words, a large amount of unneeded data. And relational database management systems require normalization. Here I'm going to talk about the advantages in the next few slides. Saving time. All data is stored on one file, so obviously it saves a lot of time from not combining or looking into separate files. Databases allow people to look at different sets of data differently. Specific data is organized into specific categories, and also databases are free of charge. For example, a public library database, all you need to do is go in there and look up a book on the database, and it's free of charge. This isn't gonna work.